Welcome back to another episode of Informing with Melanie. I'm your host, Melanie Reza, and today we have Priscilla Martinez, who is going to be talking to us about her boxing story and all things she does to stay healthy and on track with staying strong and energetic.
Currently, I'm an amateur boxer.
How'd you get into that?
After high school, I was always into sports, especially in high school. So after high school, I needed something to do. And then I had seen my coach training, my coach now. I had seen him training, and I'm like, hey, how are you? Can you teach me? And
That's crazy.
yeah, and then from there we started competing.
And you like it?
Oh, I love it. It's really
that's good. It's good.
Okay, let me walk you through. Okay, usually my nutrition wise, I'll always eat eggs in the morning, maybe with a piece of toast, but it has to be multi-grain just to get the extra nutrition in there. I usually stay with orange juice. I try to stay away from coffee just because it dehydrates a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then during the day, it'll be something light, whether it's like chicken meal preps or a shake. And during the night, like some yogurt or like more protein, maybe more chicken or whatever else I can cook.
Where did you get that information from? Or you just do that because it's good, or?
I mean, you normally you would hear people say oh, chicken and rice is good, and then you have all the media. I follow a lot of nutrition plans, and so sometimes depending on the body weight or the body type or just how active you are, you have to eat a lot of protein. And if you want to maintain a certain thing, it all falls down to what I see through social media.
So you say the way you eat is a big toll on
Oh, for sure.
Actually?
Yeah, because then depending if you're dehydrated or if you're not hydrated enough, if you're not getting the proper nutrients, you feel kind of depleted throughout the day. Especially again depending how active you are. If you don't have enough energy to push, to give, then it just all.
So you gotta make sure you eat right,
Yes, eat right.
Yeah, because I've seen on TikTok where people don't eat; they only eat one meal or something like that. That makes a change, right?
It does.
Feel it.
Yeah, it's because fuel, food is fuel. I don't know if you ever heard that before.
Wow,
but food is fuel.
I actually never heard that.
Yes.
I'd be the type to eat one meal. That's
No.
Yeah. No, but I'm learning.
You're learning.
So
again, depending how active you are, if you need a lot of energy, if you need to give a lot of energy, you got to get it back through food.
Low key, yeah. I feel like I do because at the post office they take a lot of your energy.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I gotta start eating.
Yes, it'll fall down to your mental and everything.
Yeah. All right. So how do you ensure you're getting enough protein and support in your muscle and recovery? You need recovery. How do you make sure to get that?
So in regards to making sure I have enough protein, I don't do the typical weighing your food and counting your your calories and macros and stuff like that. I just make sure that majority of what's on my plate is protein, whether it's eggs or chicken or meat, and then the rest, for sure I have to have veggies and carbs. But as long as it looks nutritious and I know that I'm getting more protein than anything, then that's how I usually see if I am getting enough of whatever I need.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of as I've been through a lot of fitness and I talk to different people and I've just been in the fitness realm. Protein, everyone ask anybody, they'll say protein is your priority.
It is the top dog.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd put protein, carbs, and then vegetables. I feel sleep for recovery is crucial. I really do. That's how your muscles recover. I sleep a lot. As soon as I'm done with the gym, I come home and I just hit the bed. Whether I'm just laying there or I fall asleep. And then here and there, maybe once every 2 months, I'll get a massage from an actual professional. But other than that, food and sleep.
So how do you handle cravings and cheat meals, especially when you're in intense training?
I'll eat it.
Actually.
but mind you, I'm very consistent with my diet. It's more of a mental battle than it is anything. And a little piece of cake or candy or a cookie won't do as bad as if you're eating it throughout the whole day. So if I have a sweet tooth craving or anything, I'll just take a bite.
Just take one bite. You don't eat the whole thing.
Probably not. Maybe half.
Yeah.
But again, I know that either I just have to push it a little extra harder, or I'll be okay. It's not that
just
big.
Only a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's good that you get your cravings in or whatever.
Yes, yes.
I would think it'd be like at all. You can't eat desserts at all.
That's what people usually think. That's why, but then they would kill themselves over it,
Yeah, that's
They're like,
true.
like either they eat it and they're like, I messed up so bad, or they just don't eat it and then they're miserable
and they're thinking about it all day.
Yeah, and then again the psychological part, like it'll eat you alive. Might as well just eat the candy or eat the cake.
No, yeah. For real. Are there any specific nutrients or supplements you prioritize for optimal performance?
Yes. For sure, they're not liquid IVs, but it's to hydrate you. Why am I blanking out?
Electrolytes?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
there you go.
Electrolytes. Everyday electrolytes and I forgot what they're called. I think CPH or something.
CBD?
No.
No. It started with the C. I was just spitballing here.
I appreciate it. No, it's I'll have to send it to you. But it's like to keep your muscles and your performance level at its peak.
Oh, okay.
So I'll mix that with the electrolytes, and those are the two main supplements that I use to again make sure my performance is at its peak.
Yeah.
Also amino acids, that's good too. Those help the muscles recover just a little faster.
So how do you stay hydrated, especially like in long training sessions or like fights and stuff?
Again, just I take an electrolyte with me every day, whether it's at a fight or just training. Usually I would like to drink 2 a day.
Two water
two
bottles?
Electrolytes? Yeah, two
electrolytes?
2 water bottles with the electrolytes inside.
Oh, okay, I see.
So about like 16 ounce, like a regular water bottle.
Yeah.
And then also just regular water, but I eat a lot of salt too to stay hydrated. So like, because the salt attaches itself to the water molecules in your stomach, and that's how the water stays in there. Because when you go to the restroom, you relieve yourself. Yeah, you relieve yourself. You're getting rid of the salt, the electrolytes. You sweat, that gets rid of the electrolytes. You cry, anything that just releases a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That dehydrates you, and so I have to rehydrate, not just with water but with salt, so the water can stay in there. Almost like the ocean. You know how it's salty?
Yeah.
That's kind of why. Thing? Yeah, that's why the water. I mean, the ocean's huge, but that's why it doesn't dry out either, because it's salty. The water and the salt, they just attach itself to each other.
Do you have any pre or post fight nutrition strategies to optimize? To optimize your performance? Any strategies?
I do not stay away from carbs. Carbs is, again, one of my best friends. You need food is fuel.
Can we get examples of any carbs?
I mean, basic rice. I do like potatoes a lot. Sweet potatoes are more nutritious. They have just better things in them.
Potatoes and rice?
Sweet potatoes, rice, regular potatoes.
I was thinking like pizza, pasta.
You know what? I don't shy away from pasta nor pizza sometimes either.
Because that's also carbs, right?
Yeah, it's carbs. I mean, they're not good carbs. They're not good carbs.
Oh.
But closer to like fight week or fight day, I'll stick to it. You gotta
stay away from that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I've had fights like the night before where I eat pizza the night before, and the next day I still feel good. I feel energized. Again, I'm not eating like 8 slices. Yeah. Maybe 1, and then the rest like regular healthy food. But I'm not. Carbs are very good.
You know what? I've done that. I run marathon, or like I used to run marathon in high school.
Dang.
But the day before, or like the Friday before the marathon, they would buy us carbs, like pizza and pasta, and we would just feast on that. I'm like, that's the best day before the marathon. Yeah, because we're all like.
It does. It gives you energy later down, or like the next day.
Yeah, it really does. I feel like it helps.
Yeah, it does. You gotta burn something,
Exactly.
Better than burning muscles, you burn the carbs.
How do you balance your calorie intake to support weight gain or loss, depending on your weight class?
That's a good question. If I'm trying to lose weight, I'll do less protein, but also less carbs. I would stock up more on veggies than I do protein or carbs. And then vice versa. If I'm trying to gain weight or gain muscle, I'll bump up the protein, bump up a little bit of the carbs, and then keep the veggies probably at like 30%.
Okay. Are there any foods or drinks that you avoid due to dietary restrictions or performance concerns?
I noticed that as I started taking training a little more serious, and then I train more throughout the day, that my body just does not react well with dairy. Like at least cheese and milk. And I used to be okay with, I used to chug a whole glass of milk quickly. Like, I love milk.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know if it's the muscle growth or maybe, I'm not sure what it is, but I try to stay away from dairy a lot just because it kind of limits, I don't know, like my movement, my performance, makes me sluggish.
Yeah.
Milk also is prone to like causing phlegm in the body. I don't know if you've ever, like when you're sick and you drink milk, I don't know if you drink milk, but if you drink milk, you'll start to notice like you have like, again, more phlegm in your throat or maybe in your nose. So I try to stay away from milk and cheese. You know what also gets me, but I love it so much. This is my bad craving. Is like, like chile, candies or chips or anything, and they
like
taste so
Cheetos?
Good. Yes, like
you stay away from that.
I have to, like, or else I'll just keep eating it. Over, like it's bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to take notes, but that's not. That's
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, just like hot things that'll just mess with my stomach or like heartburns. Yeah. Or dairy.
But okay, so like, you know how you eat spicy food? When you stopped eating spicy food, did you see a difference?
I was less sluggish, I feel. And then I used to get heartburns because of like hot Cheetos and stuff. And I didn't realize it was that until I stopped eating it.
Spicy food, it's the red 40.
That's right.
It's the red 40 that's getting you. No. See, what are some struggles you go through to stay motivated?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say it falls down more to the mental aspect of it than physical. Just because it's more demanding mentally, you know, like there's a lot of like criticism, not from the outside perspective, but more from the people who really do care about me in regards to training. Like if it's my coach, it's most likely my coach telling me like, dude, you need to do more, or you're not doing this right, or we're not going to get this down if you don't do this. And even though it's like it's coming from a good place to get me better, like that's the hardest thing, is hearing the people who are more close to you, like disappointing them. It sounds like they're disappointed because you're not reaching a certain, you know, spot that you should be at. Or I think that's the more like the hardest part, like the toughest aspect to bear with, is just disappointing people, even though you're not really disappointing them. But it's just you telling yourself that you're disappointed. Just because of the constructive criticism. Yeah, that's how I think. Honestly, we're the same person. Like, I feel it's like hard too. It is. It really is, and it's mostly towards my mom because like, even though she doesn't tell me she's disappointed, sometimes I'm just like, damn, like what is she gonna think about me? You know? So and it's a almost like a heartbreaking feeling, you know, because you feel like you're trying your best, and which we most likely are for the most part, but like they just, you know, people who love us like expect a little more, or they can see us at just a higher peak of our, you know, performance or our careers or our schooling. And not that they're trying to live their dreams through us or live our lives, you know, through them, but like I think that's the hardest part. Is oh, you too, thank you. I think that's the hardest part, is just like living up to an expectation that you can't see for yourself, but other people will see for you. I think that's the hardest part. I mean, it helps, right? If we push ourselves, I feel like sometimes we just like, oh, whatever. Yeah, you know? Yeah. I was telling my dad the other day too, because I mean, I'll hear people that I spar with or that I train with like, oh, you're doing so good, Priscilla. But I kind of hear it maybe all the time, like from the same people, and I'm like, maybe they're just telling me that just to make me feel good. But when I hear it from somebody else, like my dad, he doesn't really follow boxing like I do. But when he told me, he's like, yesterday, he's like, Priscilla, I think you're gonna make it big, and I think you're gonna do good if you keep training. I was like, oh shoot, like that makes me feel good. So I feel like a lot of the verbal really helps. You know, whether somebody's disappointed in me or somebody's really proud of me.
Yeah, so I feel like staying constant is definitely like a big toll, right? Yeah, you have to go all the time. Yeah, that's a hard part too. Again, sometimes you just don't want to wake up. Sometimes you're sore. Or sometimes you're thinking it's a light day, I don't really have to go. Or sometimes you just, I don't know, want to go to breakfast with somebody instead, and you just can't, you know, you have to be there. You have to stay constant, right?
And it's harder because it's not like a job. Like, people get paid to fight, don't get me wrong, but it's not a job you have to clock in for, which makes it even more easier to skip. You know, like at any job, any regular job, you have to be there at a certain time to clock in, but not this one, not boxing.
Today's sponsor is Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is a simple way to play. Just pick more or less than 2 to 6 players' stat projections. Download the app today and use code MEL300 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MEL300 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 in lineup Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring the show. And now, back to the podcast.
My name is Suzanne Elizondo. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist.
That's interesting. How did you get into that? Like,
Well, I lived in Cleveland, Ohio. I was not having fun. After a while, I needed to get out of the trade, and I didn't know what to do. And I was stirring my oatmeal one morning, and I said, I really love food. I love everything about food, cooking it, learning about it, how it works in our bodies. And I decided, should I become a chef or should I become a dietitian? And I decided I couldn't stand the heat in the kitchen. So I made the right choice. And in my backyard in Cleveland, Ohio, was a beautiful degree program to get me into a master's program. So I got a master's in science and nutrition, and then I did my internship and then passed my national board exam, and I haven't looked back.
So if someone is engaging in high intensity interval training like boxing, what kind of nutrition approach would you recommend to support their energy needs and recovery?
So that's a great question. And, all humans, whether you're a boxer, a journalist, a teacher, we all need the same essential nutrients. So we're talking complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, healthy fats, our micronutrients that come in vitamins and minerals. We need hydration. So all humans need essentially the same things. It's just that these elite athletes, to fuel performance, to fuel power, to fuel recovery, are going to need a very specialized mix. So specifically, when you talk about athletes, you really need to individualize and customize all recommendations. So it's going to depend on their age, their sex. It's going to depend on their height, their weight, their body composition. It's going to determine where they are in their training protocol. Are they just getting ready for a event, or are they coming off of an event? Are they in the off season? Woohoo! It's fun when you're in the off season. You have a lot more latitude. And it just depends on where the athlete is in their own journey.
That's good. I didn't know that actually, because I had interviewed her yesterday and she told me that she takes a lot of protein because she needs that energy, that it gives her that energy, right?
Yeah. Well, protein's very, very important. And an elite athlete like your boxer, she will need more protein grams per body weight than I would or you would, because we're not elite athletes, and she needs more protein for recovery. So when she's really working hard, whether she's training or she's in the ring, she is going to need more protein grams per day to recover all of that work, that muscles, because proteins contain amino acids, and amino acids build, maintain, and repair our tissues. And when she is boxing and in competition, she is really using those muscles.
She needs a little bit of everything, actually.
She sure does. She sure does. And if an athlete is focusing only on one nutrient, they might be missing out on some performance nutrition. And the bottom line, Melanie, is we could talk about, that's why sports nutrition and performance nutrition is so fascinating, because you've got to eat for the work required.
Yeah.
So eat for the work required. What's happening? Are you recovering? Are you training? Are you in performance? Are you off season? So you really have to eat for the work required. So just making sure that, they're drinking throughout, okay? Drinking throughout the workout, okay? Making sure they're not doing too much at one time. It's all gradual.
But I mean, I think they have a better understanding of how nutrition should be implemented.
I think so too. It's evolved.
Tune in next week where we'll have a very special guest that I know you'll like. And y'all have been requesting for quite some time now. Make sure to sign up to our Patreon, where we do weekly live Q&As and early access to the podcast. see you guys next time.